Yes, people, what is happening? Welcome back to Lily White Lane and welcome to a very controversial and interesting video debating whether Pochettino, dare I say it, was overrated based on his time at Tottenham Hotspur. I can already see all you Spurs fans watching this video ready to click off the video saying, who does this kid think he is? Who does he think he is? Bad-mouthing one of our best managers of all time. I'm not saying that Pochettino wasn't a good manager. Neither am I saying that Pochettino was overrated. But do I think he gets a little bit more credit than he deserves? Yes, I do think he gets more credit than he should based on his time at Tottenham Hotspur. I understand that's controversial, but let me give both the pros and the cons to this argument. Because I love Pochettino. I think he did a fantastic job at Spurs. I think with the materials that he had and what he had to work with, the players he had to work with at Spurs, he worked wonders. But at the end of the day, he didn't win anything. And this is the pros to the argument that Pochettino was overrated based on his time at Tottenham Hotspur. First off, he didn't win anything. He didn't win any silverware whatsoever at Tottenham Hotspur. No trophies. You can say that he had a fantastic time at Spurs and a fantastic spell, but he has absolutely nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. Every single time we had a massive game that we needed to win under Mauricio Pochettino, we failed to do so. We failed to do so when it came down to it, when it boiled down to the biggest games every single season. We couldn't get the job done. And it's the same old story under Pochettino. Towards the end, we would fade out and we'd lose our heads. We'd lose our heads. We've seen it so many times. 2 league titles. Yes, the Leicester one was a miracle. Leicester winning the title was a miracle. No one expected that. And I don't think we were going to stop them. But the year after, we could have won that league title against Chelsea. We were absolutely flying in the league, playing so well, top of the league. And then somehow we ended up third. Went back into second, took over Arsenal. But at the end of the day, we didn't win that league. You can say, it was a fantastic season. We were undefeated at White Hart Lane. And we deserved to win the league. It doesn't matter whether we deserved or not. At the end of the day, Jose Mourinho says it. You can have the possession. You can say you deserve to win this game, but we won this game. And that's what Chelsea did, and that's what Leicester did. They deprived us of those titles because when it came down to the big games, when it came down to that Chelsea game we needed to win in that Leicester season, when it came down to the Newcastles and some of these games that we needed to pick up points in on the Chelsea one, the last few games even, we failed to do so. Champions League final. Didn't win that. FA Cup semi-finals. Didn't get past those, right? So that is the argument for Pochettino being overrated. He gets a lot more credit than he potentially deserves for not achieving nothing at this club. With the players he had, now I can understand people going, he made most of those players. He had an absolutely phenomenal team. 2 of the best centre-halves in the world at the time, right? Danny Rose and prime Kyle Walker flying in the league. Moussa Dembele, arguably one of my favourite Spurs players of all time. I love Dembele. Fantastic. With Kane and Son up there and all. We just had a phenomenal team. Even prime Dele Alli, yet we failed to get the job done. So that's the argument for Pochettino being overrated. Now, here's an argument for the fact he's not overrated. Yes, he didn't achieve anything. Yes, he didn't bring any silverware. But considering the players he had to work with, considering that he was only there for 4 to 5 years and we sacked him before allowing him to complete his project, many people would say he did a phenomenal job at Tottenham Hotspur. He took a team in turmoil, really struggling with the most deadwood in the Premier League and got them to a Champions League final. A Champions League final, demolishing teams such as Manchester United and the Liverpools and the Arsenals throughout those seasons, demolishing those, consistently getting Champions League football, which we don't get now. If someone said to me now, if we could take Pochettino, I would happily take Pochettino because consistent Champions League. But as Spurs fans, we took that that for granted. We expected to be in the Champions League every season. And as soon as Pochettino went, we saw that it's not that easy. And this guy was something special. It wasn't the players, it wasn't just the players, it was Pochettino. The final verdict on this argument. Now, I've given both the pros and cons. My final verdict is that Pochettino was a fantastic manager, did a brilliant job at Tottenham Hotspur. but not as good as some people portray. Controversial, I know. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys think about this. This was just a short video. Obviously, we'll have the match review after the Palace game tomorrow. And yeah, it's good to be back. I had a little break, feel a lot more fresh for it. And yeah, good to be back. So thank you for watching the video. And as always, come on, you Spurs.